Greetings from New York City. We have some breaking news about Apple. It involves the Apple Watch, and it's likely going to affect Apple's stock price, at least in the short term. Apple is set to suspend sales of its smartwatch due to a temporary import ban that stems from a federal trade ruling over their blood oxygen sensor in some of the versions of the Apple Watch. This ban, which results from an October ruling with a 60-day review period by the Biden administration, affects newer models including the Apple Watch Series 9 and Apple Watch Ultra 2. Apple has said that they strongly disagree with this, and they're pursuing a range of legal and technical options to ensure that Apple Watch is available to customers. This case originated from a 2021 complaint by Masimo, which is a medical technology company, that alleged that Apple's inclusion of a pulse oximeter in its watches infringed on Masimo's patents. Let's look at Apple's net sales because the wearables category is really important to Apple. Both in the short term and the long term. From 2018, when the sales were $17.4 billion, this past fiscal year, it's close to $40 billion. So it's really meaningful growth over that, let's say, 5-year period there. And even in the last 3 years, wearable sales, and this includes home and accessories, but wearable sales are up 30%. So in 2018, wearables were 7% of Apple's total net sales, and now they're 10%. And that's all the while that the other categories have also been growing. 3 percentage points out of Apple's total net sales of $383 billion is huge. And I believe that the wearables category is one of Apple's best categories for future growth. I think it's going to be a lot bigger than people even anticipate now. Tim Cook mentioned that 2 out of 3 of every Apple Watch sale from the last quarter was from someone buying it for the first time. So this is a category, in my view, that has a lot of room for growth. What this brings up, though, if we just take a little bit of a deeper look, or think about this a little bit deeper, is Apple has had some short-term struggles, or at least the perception of struggles, given that their revenue has declined every quarter for the last 4 quarters. Now, I think that's a little bit of a... it doesn't tell the full story, but this is the kind of news, I believe, that could do some temporary damage to the stock price, which I have to come back to this bigger point. As a long-term investor, and hopefully you are as well, this shouldn't phase us, but I do expect to see my shares of Apple take a little bit of a beating unless there's some good spin or some reversal of this situation, because I think this is obviously going to impact holiday sales. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you on the next video.